Can the All-Star game be fixed? Not really. I don't think so. But that's the number one question that I've had in my little circle the last couple of days as we all are taking in what we just saw. And I liked it only because I cashed 2 tickets on it. And, you know, I'm a sports bettor. But if you didn't bet on the game, if you're not a sports bettor, if you didn't have an angle, if you lost money, you might have a different opinion than I have. So I thought I'd make a short video on how I would fix it. And if you have a different take on it, just leave your comments down in the section there. We can talk about it nicely. And let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. A special video where we are going to fix the NBA All-Star Game by taking the page out of some of the other sports rule book. So if you like the content, just like the channel, subscribe, share with your friends. We're just trying to grow it one day at a time, create a little community. Love to hear what you thought in the comments about the game itself, and maybe what you think about some of the other, the Pro Bowl, the NHL All-Star, the MLB All-Star, and let me know in the comments. But what I saw is a very high-scoring game with absolutely no defense played. And that is the part that everybody wants to change, but we've given these guys super multi-million-dollar contracts that are all hinged on their body, all hinged on how healthy they are and how available they are to play for the team. So when you call it an all-star break and 80% of the league didn't make it an all-star and are actually on vacation, resting and healing and spending time with their families and doing things like that, these players that get to go to All-Star, half of those guys kind of wish they were still on break, but you actually get paid to go. So why would you not go? But they're not going to go all out because getting hurt during All-Star and not being available for the second half of the season is more detrimental than, you know, getting a MVP in the All-Star game or things of that nature. So what I think would help is if we change the pay scale for the actual game itself. So if you didn't know, all these players get paid to go to the All-Star game across all the sports. Most notably, the Pro Bowl, each player gets $44,000 for participating in the Pro Bowl. If you win the game, you get $88,000. So the winning team gets 88, the losing team gets 44. In the MLB, there are 64 players who are selected for the All-Star game, and they compete for a $640,000 pot. The caveat is the winning team splits the pot. So 32 players split that 640 grand and come away with 20,000 apiece for participating in the All-Star game. The NBA, however, since 2017-18 season or prior to that, they were getting 50 grand for participating and winning the game, the NBA All-Star game. The most recent collective bargaining agreement has them making 100 grand each player for winning the NBA All-Star game, and the losing team receives $25,000 by comparison. So also the dunk competition, you get 105 grand. So Mac McClung has made $210,000 in the last 2 years, and I'm pretty sure that's more than his G League salary. I'll look it up in a minute. And for the 3-point competition, for winning you get 50 grand. For second place you get 30. For third place you get 25. And for each consecutive place, fourth, fifth, sixth, you get 10,000. So there's money to go around. Here's my plan for fixing the competitiveness in the NBA All-Star Game. Step one, let's get rid of the losing team making any money for participating in the NBA All-Star Game, right? That's a page right out of the MLB handbook. And if we look at the ratings in this past year, the MLB was at the top with 7 million viewers across all platforms, compared to the NBA All-Star Game that just happened with 5.5 million viewers, up from 4.6 last year. So we do, coming back to the East-West format, did boost the ratings, but it's still down from the MLB, which is the highest rated program as far as the All-Star Game goes. The NFL is slightly higher than the NBA, with the Pro Bowl bringing in 5.79 million, like 5.8 million viewers across all platforms. And the NHL was 1.15 million viewers, down from the previous 2 years since they returned to televising it. So that's obviously the least of the four. So we're going to stick to talking about the top three. First step, the losing team doesn't get any money. We get rated at 25 grand. The winning team, everybody, instead of 100 grand apiece for winning, you get 50 for winning the game. But the MVP, we're going to bump his up to $2 million. And $2 million for winning the MVP of the NBA All-Star Game, and not getting any money for losing the All-Star Game, I think would boost that motivation and that factor for feeling like they have to compete. Now, on the other hand, you're still not going to get these guys who have a break and who have a whole rest of the season to be available for, to go all out. So that defensive game that you wish you saw is never ever going to happen. That's why the Pro Bowl has gone to flag football. So these guys also don't have to get hurt. And right now that is higher rated than the NBA All-Star Game. So basically nobody just wants to see flag basketball, and there needs to be those incentives. So along with that, I think everybody gets a ring who participates in the All-Star Game. Let's make the rings different for the winner, and maybe just give the losing team either a consolation ring or some type of pendant or something else that's not a championship ring. Let's change the selection process of who gets to go and who picks who gets to go. Right now, I believe it's a coach's decision, and it feels to me, if that's the case, coaches get to vote on all the players, whereas a committee of maybe random fans who participate in the challenger contest and get to pick these players off of a list of eligible players might have a little different insight and non-bias. Or we could do media or journalists who follow these teams all year, and they can pick and not have it just go down to coaching decision, picking their best players off the roster. So changing the criteria, the dunks should be chosen from people with the best dunks throughout the season. That should be also reviewed by the same committee, whoever the case may be, and pick a list of people to invite for the dunk competition. 3-point competition, same way. We pick the best percentage and efficiency from the first half of the year. Those top 3, 5, 6 people get to participate, if they please, in the 3-point competition. And it can't be a we want this guy to be in it, or we think this guy would be good, or let's just have Steph in the 3-point competition every year, or Dame in competition every year. Let's get some new blood, new criteria. So those are my main things. I think that increasing the MVP winnings would do wonders for the NBA, and losing the money that the loser gets just for showing up, just like the baseball All-Star game does, I think would help out as well. So like I said, if you like the video, like the channel, subscribe, and we're going to be back tomorrow for some actual NBA and NHL picks. So talk to you then.